Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. I want to start our service off today by singing because I need it. I'm going to assume that it's good for you too. Delanne and I were kind of talking about our shortness, our mutual shortness. And this song speaks to the higher place that we are. So in my soul, in your soul, you're way up there. So let's go there. Let's visit that. Let's sing together, higher place.
Happy Sunday at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens and where we get to have a long weekend this weekend for those of you still working as our country celebrates this transformation that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King brought to our country. I'm Linda Brewer. I'm grateful for the privilege of welcoming all of you this morning, and those of you here and those of you in our virtual sanctuaries on YouTube and on Facebook. If you are out there live streaming, please say hello so we know where you are and that you're with us. Thanks so much. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. So if you will, I invite you to say with me and recommit yourself to our promise statement. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we want to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all living creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talents, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. All right, our theme this month is the wisdom of science of mind, where we follow the CSL January tradition of focusing on the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind textbook. We are so very blessed to have as our speaker today Reverend Nicole Merges. Her talk is called Getting Out of the Way, What It Does When You Let It. And for our special music today, we are blessed to have getting out of the way and moving to the front, our Sofie Zane. We will let her up front for that, right? Okay, good. Our practitioners serving today are Selena Bosch, sharing her reading, a sacred time of silence before the centering music and leading us in prayer, and Sue Gardner holding high watch, knowing throughout this service that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. Our 9:30 book study group continues to meet in the first floor retreat center each Sunday. This next week is the last week for our book of the month, The Science of Mind Summary of the first 4 chapters, adapted by Dr. Reverend Phil Yoon. Our February book is an oldie but goodie called For the Inward Journey by Reverend Howard Thurman. You will probably need to find this book online. You're going to need to find it online. A lot of online used bookstores have it. I went and looked, and Amazon does too, so you want to go ahead and get that ordered so you have it in time. All right, is anyone visiting us for the first time today? If so, if you'll raise your hand. There we go. Welcome. We're so grateful to have you with us, and we affirm for you this morning and for everyone here that you will experience a blessing. If you haven't already done so, we have a gift at the table outside, a Science of Mind magazine and some information about our center. So, great. We're so glad to have you. All right. As I share the highlights of what's coming up, remember you can always get the information 24/7 on our website, spirituallyfree.org. And while you're here, there are flyers hanging on the wall. You can see everything that's coming up. And while you're here, you also have the blessing that our hospitality team is there to answer questions for you, which you can submit a question on the website, but it takes a little longer to get an answer. So take advantage of our hospitality team. All right, here's some highlights of what's coming up. Today, following the service, Reverend Nicole will be offering a workshop in our first floor retreat center. It's called Unblocked, a workshop on releasing patterns that get in the way. If, like most of us, you have patterns of things that happen over and over again in your life, and mostly unconsciously, and you wonder, why do I keep doing this? I think this is an opportunity to better understand why those things happen and to stop doing them, I assume. So I did therapy for 25 years with a similar kind of therapy that worked on this kind of stuff, and I promise you that it's very helpful. So if stuff is getting in your way, I encourage you to please join Reverend Nicole right after the service. We will have a light lunch before that, and I just really encourage you. Her workshops are fantastic, so take advantage of that. All right. Another chance to help change your life and make the world a better place is happening on Saturday, January 31st from 9 a.m. to noon. This is the second of our Be Jedi workshops. Be Jedi stands for Belonging, Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. It will be led again by Reverend Chris Alexander. This will be on Zoom only. It is designed to help all of us in this divided world understand each other better and to recognize our unconscious biases that keep us from connecting with other people. We already did an in-person session of this, and it was fantastic. It was just amazing how many people had ahas and recognized things that they didn't know, prejudices that they had, and it's all that in 2 hours. It's pretty amazing. So, yeah, no, it's 3 hours, actually. It's 9 to 12. So it's really fantastic. Reverend Chris is fantastic, and so please sign up for that. It's open to anybody, so if you have family that want to go, any of your neighbors, anybody you know, just please take advantage of it. So, all right. On February 26th, Reverend Cindy will be leading our next certificated class called Self-Mastery, Emergence of Your True Self. This is a really great class. It's a favorite of most of the current practitioners from their training, and it is one of the required courses if you're on the practitioner track. So this will be hybrid, so you can do it on Zoom or in person or any combination thereof that you want to, and you can register online or the hospitality table, and we'll give you more information as that gets closer. All right. And this is that time where I always remind you that our center was founded on, and it is grounded in prayer. Our professional prayer practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer so that if you're struggling with anything, they can know the best and highest in God's purpose for whatever that is in your life until you can know it for yourself. They will be available in the hall, in the room across the hall. After the service, if you would like a quick prayer, you can also always submit a prayer request on our website, and we have a prayer box in the lobby where you can also submit a written prayer request. So right now, I invite you to settle in and allow Selena's reading, some sacred silence, and the centering music to connect you with that space that lives within, and then Selena will lead us in prayer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So our reading this morning is adapted from the 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. It's a daily reading, and this one was for January 15. We lift up our cup of acceptance to the divine bounty when we think affirmatively and give thanks to the giver of all life. Daily, we should practice affirming that our cup is filled and running over, always remembering what we affirm for ourselves, we must affirm for others. Living and letting live, giving and receiving, loving and being loved. Our cup of acceptance will be filled from the horn of Spirit's abundance. I am living the continual expectancy that every good thing in my experience shall be multiplied. There is neither doubt nor uncertainty in my mind. Every denial is transformed into an affirmation. Every negation into an acceptance, every no into a yes. I know that the Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the divine has given me life. I have complete confidence in this Spirit. I know that I am beloved and needed. I feel at home with the divine. Today is filled with blessings for myself and others. The past is gone, and I gladly let it go. The present is filled with peace and joy, and the future with hope. Gratefully, I accept divine love and givingness, and gladly extend them to everyone I meet. I am made whole with the wholeness of spirit. Gently, but with complete certainty, I am guided into right action and successful accomplishment of all good desires. This I accept. This I experience. So let's listen to this beautiful music as we go inside.
There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am this love. I am this power. I am this life eternal. God lives through me. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am this love. I am this power. I am this life eternal. God lives through me. God lives through me.
It's from this beautiful place that song takes me that I recognize that one presence and one power that is always has, always will. There is no beginning or end. Moving in and through all of life. Doing so with absolute intelligence, divine right action, love, compassion, strength. And as I know these truths of that one presence and power, I know that I am part and parcel of that one. And as I know this truth for myself, I know this truth for each and every person here today, each and every person on this planet, every animal, every raindrop, every rock, every insect, every snowflake. For there is but one, always has been, always will be, without circumference, for it is always expanding forever and ever. And resting in these truths fills my heart with greatness and gladness and love and much gratitude for this day, for each person that's here, sharing this time for this beautiful sunny day and the snow up in the mountains, for this beautiful philosophy we share. So I just bless all the hands that make this service possible. Our beautiful music team, and Raj and his team for making us all sound good and look good. For each person that's here, sharing their time and their hearts with us this day. And for our dear Reverend Nicole, as she shares her message, that each of us hears it in the way that speaks to our hearts. So I just rest in this knowing, as together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Selena. Well, I invite you to sing along. This is definitely one of my favorite songs. It works so well with the theme for this month. There are affirmations in it all over the place, and it's called There Is One Life. Sing along.
There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. I kept on looking for the answers. Were they behind some hidden door? Then I woke up one Sunday morning. It was me that I was looking for. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. So many things to be thankful for. All of this and so much more. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. I go within and talk with Spirit, trusting in the truth, nothing to fear. And I wait upon that voice to answer. I see my good, my vision clear. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God, I am one with God, I am
I'm so pleased to introduce our special music. She is such a bright light in our band and keeps pushing the boundaries of her talents. I'm so grateful that she's part of our band and part of our community, and I'm so excited for you to witness this bright light expressing her love through music. Please give a round of applause for Sofie Zane.
Well, Rory keeps telling me that I need to tell more dirty jokes, maybe swear a little. Just we miss Drew, that's all. We need more Drew energy in the bass section. I'm doing somewhat of an experiment for me and for my voice, so I hope I'm hopeful this turns out well. This is a song written by Dan Forrest, who's like an up-and-coming Christian songwriter, and the lyrics are by the 14th century poet Kharif, translated by Daniel Lazinski, and they'll be up here. This is actually a choral arrangement that I'm going to sing as a solo. That's why I'm kind of taking a chance with it. So the poetry moves really slowly. So we'll put the words up. Okay, just let me make sure I can sing all my notes.
Whoa, Sofie, thank you. have talent in our band, or do we have talent in our band? And yeah, Drew, we do miss all that about you. I personally am so incredibly grateful that Reverend Nicole is back with us today. A number of you don't know this, so rather than focusing on all the current things that she's studied and learned and all that that's on the website, look it up, she's amazing. But I just want to tell you a little bit about why she's so important to us here. She became part of our center shortly after 9/11. And within 2 weeks, she was taking classes so that she could keep going on her own spiritual journey. She began teaching Science of Mind courses after she became a practitioner here at our center. Then she moved into ministerial school. Teaching has always been a huge part of her ministry, first when she was here and then in the center that she started in Draper, where she hired Shemaine Montana as her music director, who connected with our music director, Rick, and you know where that led. Anybody that's new, they're married. Nicole also started an online education ministry, which ultimately led to her becoming the Spiritual Development Educationer Manager at CSL Home Office for many years before she finally came home to Utah. Actually, she was still doing that when she came home to Utah. She's also trained in a number of different healing modalities that help facilitate personal growth and change, and she brings all of those amazing experiences to the work that she does today, which you get to experience in the workshop after this service. So you don't want to miss an opportunity to be part of that. But for now, let's settle in and enjoy what I know will be another great talk. Please welcome Reverend Nicole Merges.
Hey, Robert. So a little over 2 years ago, I left Centers for Spiritual Living, and I did it for one reason only, and that was because my body was no longer asking, it was demanding that I give it attention. It was demanding it so much so that I could not override it with any sort of thought or any sort of practice. What started as unknown physical symptoms led me down a path of seeking answers. Well, actually, I was trying to find out what was wrong with me. And I kept trying, and what turned out to be me seeking answers actually morphed into an invitation to listen deeply, an invitation to stop and slow down, and an invitation to confront those things that continually got in the way of me living fully. And when I accepted that invitation, I had no idea what that would entail. I had no clue. And it took me deep. It took me down a deep spiritual path. And one that opened my eyes, softened my edges, and ultimately not only changed me, but transformed my life. And I want to be clear, I didn't leave Science of Mind behind. I actually carried it with me. Because the truths I learned here in this very community, the truths about consciousness, the truths about how thought is creative and the nature of spirit, those are the truths that I built my life upon and that I continue to rebuild my life upon. And so in that, what I learned is that truth doesn't change, but my relationship to truth changed. And that was the key to transformation. Science of Mind teaches us that there is a universal power for good, and we can use it. And the truth is that we are always using it, whether we know it or not. And the way we look at this truth, it can feel so simple or so easy, but it often works more subtle than we think it does. It isn't something we force into motion by effort or will. It isn't activated by the right words or how many affirmations we say. This creative power responds to our consciousness, to what we are holding in our awareness, both seen and unseen. What we constantly recognize, accept, and embody shapes our experience of life. And this is important because consciousness isn't only mental. It's emotional, it's somatic, and it's relational, which means that the creative process doesn't only respond to our affirmations, it responds to the whole of us. When awareness is clear and inclusive, the flow of spirit is natural. But when something is unconscious, unmet, or unacknowledged, that too becomes part of the signal, not as punishment, not as failure, but as information. Science of Mind isn't asking us to override our humanity in order to be spiritual. It invites us to bring awareness to all of it, all of us, all of our thought, our feelings, our beliefs. And when we do that, spirit can move freely through us. And the irony is that when we don't do it, spirit is moving freely through us. The good news and the bad news. And that's the nature of what it does. And when we understand this, we can see that change doesn't happen by working harder, about noticing what's wrong with us. In fact, Ernest Holmes says in chapter 3 that trained thought is more powerful than untrained thought. But here's where we get trapped, or here's where I got trapped. I got trapped in thinking that thought was just what happened between my ears. That thought was just what happened when I said my affirmations or said spiritual mind treatment. And so as I was on this journey, I realized that thought is so much more than that. How many people have wanted to change something and you have prayed and said your affirmations and even got other people to pray for you and put your prayer requests on every prayer list only to find out that nothing's changed? Nothing's changed. It could be because we got stuck here. So I want you to expand your definition of thought to not only include what we're consciously aware of, but include those parts, include the body intelligence, that which lies beneath the surface. Our body has wisdom. Our body has intelligence. And those signals that it gives, those are not something to dismember or cut off. Those are something to bring into our awareness and into our consciousness. And so when we think of thought, trained thought, as including all of us, that's where the power lies. That's where the power lies. So, in Science of Mind, we understand that spirit creates through our consciousness, not by our intentions alone, not by the words we speak, but all of us, including our inner atmosphere of how we hold our wisdom in our body, because those things that are in our body, they started long before we even had a spiritual language for them. And the law of mind is always working. It's exact, it's responsive, and it's natural. And what we teach here, it says yes to what we believe, yes to what we expect, yes to what we consistently embody emotionally and mentally. And this is empowering, but it's also humble, because we recognize that creation isn't happening to us. Creation is happening through us. And when we align and train our thought to include all of us, that's when we can be aligned in what it is we're creating and embodying. And much of this process isn't happening up here. It's happening in our totality of our awareness. So if this is how it works, if consciousness is creative, if life responds what we consistently hold in our awareness, then here is the question that follows. Why doesn't it always work as we expect it to work? Anyone ever have that experience? Why do we know the truth, believe the truth, embody the truth, and then we stay the same, stuck in those familiar patterns, only to say, I must have done it wrong. I must have not used the 5 steps correctly. I said you in my treatment. Oh my God, that was wrong. That was wrong. No. Here's what I've come to understand. Most of the time, we don't get in our way consciously. We get in our way intelligently. Now let me explain that. We do it through unprocessed emotions, old stories, subconscious beliefs that were formed long before we maybe even knew how to walk. At some point in our lives, something happened or something didn't happen, and our body responded and it kept us safe. And if it didn't keep us safe, we wouldn't even be able to survive in this world. We might not even be able to get out of bed. So we adapted. We adapted so much so that we forgot that our body kept us safe, and we even forgot that we have that trigger or that activation or whatever you want to call it within us. We learn to speak and when to stay quiet. We learned to shine and when to shrink. And we learned to people please or to hold back. Not because we were weak, but because we were wise and we knew how to keep our body safe at that time. For me, one of my adaptations was, I used to say it was my superpower to hide in plain sight. No one would notice me. And that worked really well until I wanted to get out there and show up fully. And when I did, I showed up 75% of the time, and there was always 25% of me that was held back. But I didn't realize that was a protection mechanism. I tried to affirm that thing away, overcome it, do all of the work, cut it off, rise above it, whatever it is, and you know what? It still was there. It still showed its face. So how do you do this? How do you get out of your own way? And here's where science of mind intersects with this. The creative process is always responding, not just to our conscious intentions, but to what's happening underneath them. So what it did through me was I showed up 75% of the time, and that 25% Spirit said, oh, there's a little bit of a blip here, and so I'm just going to hold 25% of you back. You know, when we affirm abundance and we still have fear, when we claim our power, but the parts of us that have been hidden are not met, when we declare the truth but our body tenses up, we give Spirit a mixed signal. And we don't even know it. And we don't even know it. And this isn't because science of mind is flawed. It's not even because we are flawed. It's because we're deeply intelligent. Our bodies are deeply intelligent. Unprocessed emotion doesn't just disappear because we think it away. Old stories don't go away because we outgrow them intellectually. They wait. They live within our body until a similar situation comes up, and then our body says, oh, I know that, I have to go protect her. And when they're not acknowledged, they quietly shape our thoughts, our timing, our relationship. And then we maybe even make excuses. Well, I guess it's just not the time. I guess God doesn't think it's the time for me to do this. And we start losing our sense of what's possible. But science of mind teaches us there's infinite possibility. And so when we train our thought to include all of us, when we develop a relationship with our inner world, that's what allows Spirit to move through us differently. That's what creates lasting change. Not by doing something wrong, but by bringing all of us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, with us. There's a saying in Science of Mind saying we are whole, perfect, and complete. And I want you to put your attention on the word whole. It doesn't say we are half good. It says we are whole, and in that wholeness includes everything, the parts we love and the parts we just want to dismiss. What's blocking the flow isn't the enemy. It's the messenger. And if we can sit with our unprocessed emotions, our old stories, and our subconscious beliefs, they begin to reveal something to us. But the trick is to sit there and to get curious. So this brings to mind a question. How do we do this without trying to fix or force ourselves? Anyone ever try to do that? Anyone ever try to just cut off that part of you that you don't like? You know what happens? Resistance. Automatically, resistance shows up in our face. And then we either have to fight resistance or just give in and say, I guess this is just the way I am. But here's where I want to offer a shift. If you're trying, change your energy from trying to allowing. Just allowing what is to be there. And then in that allowing, take it a step further and change it to curiosity. Curiosity is a superpower. Being curious changes the relationship with how we feel. It reveals new insights to us. It allows us to see things from a different way. And when we open those pathways, what Spirit does is it moves through us unblocked. We get out of our own way, and we allow our authentic self to show up in its full magnificence. for a long time, I thought being spiritual meant to rise above emotion. Anyone ever think that, right? To, I don't know, deny sensation. I'm not feeling that way. I'm joyful, I'm joyful, I'm joyful. I'm really joyful, really joyful. It also, I used to think that I couldn't have a reaction, because if I had a reaction, well, that would give it away that really I'm not doing my work. Right? And that's the last thing I wanted to do, is to give away that I'm not doing my work. No, I really, that's just not what it is. What I learned through my own healing is the body has wisdom. And the longer I can build capacity to stay with what's uncomfortable, the more it reveals itself to me. It doesn't mean it goes away, doesn't necessarily mean it's cured, but it is a portal and a pathway to understanding myself even more and even deeper. And that curiosity moves myself and my blocks out of the way to allow spirit to flow freely through me. The body has memory. It's intelligent. It carries wisdom. And it really carries that original information that has kept you safe. So when sensation shows up, tightness, numbness, pain, relentlessness, it's not a problem. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to build a relationship with it. It's an invitation to approach it with curiosity instead of control. And when we do that, our whole dynamic changes. In Science of Mind, we say that awareness is the doorway to transformation. But again, awareness doesn't only live in our thought. It includes every part of us. It lives in sensation. And if we begin to develop a relationship with our felt sense, our internal being, then we learn how to stay present to the body when it's communicating. And the cool thing is that unconscious patterns then begin to reorganize naturally. There's nothing I need to effort or do. When I shift my relationship with what's going on in me internally, I open up new avenues of awareness, of insight. I open up new capabilities to stay with what may be unpleasant just a little bit longer. And that's where change happens. That's where transformation sticks. So, what I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about the workshop that I'm going to offer today. It's called Unblocked. And it's really about becoming aware of our old stories, our old beliefs, and our old patterns, sitting with them and hearing what they have to say, building a relationship with them, and then creating change by just being, not by doing or efforting. When we get out of our own way, we allow what Spirit does to do it through us naturally and unblocked. So as we prepare for prayer, I'd like to just give you a little taste of the workshop. And so I'm going to invite you to go within, but you don't have to close your eyes. You don't even have to go within. You can do whatever feels comfortable with you. So if you do feel comfortable and close your eyes, I invite you to just become aware. Just become aware of what it feels like to be you. So bringing your awareness to your head and moving it down your body. Just notice. Notice those places that may feel tight or have a weight to it. Notice those places where it feels light and good. No judgment, just noticing. Bringing your awareness all the way through your chest and your torso and into your back. Notice if there's any emotions, if there's any sense of peace within your body, moving that awareness all the way down into your legs, all the way down into your feet and your toes. And just scanning your body. And then I invite you to notice somewhere in your body where it feels pleasant, maybe calm, maybe at peace or in flow, whatever those words are to you. Just bring your attention to that place in your body. It could be a body part. It could be one cell in your body that you can see a pinpoint of light. It doesn't matter. And as you bring your awareness to that place in your body that feels good, I want you to think of the qualities you're feeling. Again, it may be peace, it may be love, it may be openness, it may be flow. Just whatever that is, bring those words to mind. And then I'm going to have us create what we call a kinesthetic anchor or a body anchor. So I want you to either grab your wrist, hand on your heart, cross your fingers, just touch some place on your body that feels appropriate, and begin to merge those qualities that feel good into that anchor where you're touching on your body. And allow those to merge with that place. We can use a body anchor to bring us back to center, to bring us back to remembering all of the qualities of that place that feels good in our body. Very good. And so as we do this, I'm going to move us into prayer. For I know that there is only one power, one presence, one intelligence, that is the very creator of this entire universe and so much more. And this creator has imbued itself into all creation. And so I know that each of us is a divine vision made manifest in the eyes of spirit. And as we say this prayer, touching our kinesthetic anchor, I know that this truth is anchored within us, and that as we go throughout our lives, perhaps forgetting that we can come back to this place, to our anchor, to remember the truth of who we are, perfect, whole, complete beings of the divine. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for the science of mind. I'm so grateful for these tools that the science of mind gives to explore deeper our truth and our true nature. And I know that in this gratitude, that there is a manifestation of this talk, of this prayer, of the insight that has been wanting to reveal itself to you. And so I let these words be. knowing that they do not come back void, that what it does itself freely through you, through the law, and it comes back manifest, perfect, whole, and complete. And together we say, and so it is. This is the part we get to participate in the flow of the divine, of what Spirit does through us and as us by giving our gifts to support this amazing center that teaches this amazing philosophy that changes and transforms our lives. So I invite the ushers forward, and I just allow the song to play.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me.
And I bless these gifts that have been given so freely from the heart and the love of each person here. And I bless any text to give or credit card giving, knowing that it is coming from that place of divine circulation. And so I know this money received moves out into the community, into the world, sustaining this community so that it can teach truth, spread love, and cheer for everyone and every organization that it touches. And I know that all is well, and that this community is prosperous in money, in love, in joy, and in all the fruits of the Spirit. And so it is.
Let's hear another song from Sofie Zane. I'm glad to play along with this one.
Hey, this song is for anyone who feels like they're stuck, feels like they're not moving anywhere. Just remember you're in the middle of your story.
Don't let yourself off yet. Only in your head you feel left out or looked down on. Try your best. Try everything you can.
Sofie Zane. Woohoo. Oh, Nicole, that was so awesome, rock solid. I love the idea of nurturing that curiosity. I've been really intelligent about changing my excuses into reasons, logical reasons why things don't work out the way I think they should. And some of them are very rational, very. The highest good is one of my favorite. Oh, it must be for the highest good, so my good. I tend to compartmentalize my spiritual self from my human body, my humanness. I had so many ahas during your talk. I can't wait to nurture that curiosity, find out what you're going to explore in the workshop. So, I encourage all of you to take advantage of that. I've been around this philosophy for 30 years, and I have never heard a talk like that. So I'm pretty amped up. I'm pretty excited. So I hope you can take advantage of that. Light lunch. This will be down in the retreat center, which is on the main floor, right after service. If you feel like you'd want a prayer following this service, the practitioners will be available across the hall. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's stand and sing together our closing song. Shine. Be curious.
Lay me on the ground, whoa.